Not all the things one learns in college are picked up in the classroom. Ask Rob McKay. The freshman tennis player was in the first week of his work-study job as gatekeeper of the USD tennis courts. Easy gig, right?
On the first Saturday that I was a freshman, it was about 8 o'clock Saturday morning, and there I was, first day on the job in work-study, and 4 men come walking up. So I walked up to them and said, "Excuse me, I need to see your ID if you want to play here." So he said, "Okay, I live very close and I'll be right back." So 3 or 4 minutes later he comes back and shows me his ID, and I look at it and it says Arthur Hughes. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the head of the school. And I thought that for me is a great lesson in humility.
The other lessons McKay learned on the court and off serve him well in his role as general auditor of one of the world's largest corporations.
If you were to talk to senior management, recently I had one of my one-on-one meetings with our CEO, Indra Nui, and she said at the end, "Rob, thanks for helping me sleep well at night." We are the largest food and beverage company in North America, and we're the second largest food and beverage company in the world. Our products are sold in 200 countries. We have 285,000 employees, so it's a really exciting time for us.
Corporate finance can be a foreign language, but early on, McKay had an ear for it and a nose for it.
Rob, what's wrong? You look a little, are you nervous? Rob. Rob.
Yeah, there you go.
Working for auditing powerhouse KPMG, McKay took a job in Mexico, undeterred by the fact that he didn't speak a word of Spanish.
The 2 years I worked at KPMG were definitely dog years. It was during the time of NAFTA, so many U.S. companies were going in, and many Mexican companies were trying to raise money through stock offerings or debt offerings in the U.S. So it was nearly working every day for 2 years with my colleagues, and it was just a tremendous management experience for me.
McKay moved to PepsiCo, where the language came much more naturally.
One of the great things about working at a large company like PepsiCo is, aside from my day job, I would say, is that to have the opportunity to give back to our communities. I was appointed the chairman of the Westchester-based United Way campaign, raising money from PepsiCo associates. We raised nearly $1 million from PepsiCo employees, so it showed in very tough times the generosity of PepsiCo.
Living outside New York City with his wife and 2 sons, McKay still plays tennis, and he stays in contact with his old coach at USD, who taught him so much more than how to play a game.
I spent, I would say, nearly every day of my college experience with Ed in one aspect or another. I would say outside of my parents, as another adult figure, he's probably next in line for someone who has influenced my life quite a bit. It was probably around my junior year when I was really locked in on being an accounting major, but there were some times that if I didn't have the support of both Ed and the accounting professors at USD, I think I probably would have gone maybe into coaching tennis. My tennis game these days could be a lot better. I would say I just have fun now, and I don't play competitively anymore. My goal is not to get injured so that I can make it into work the next week.